boys. Alright. Alright. What the hell? What's this? MES? Alright, bet. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. And on this video, it is going to be a trade recap on today's trade. I'm posting this a little bit later on the day. Like, what is it? 11:02 in the night. But yeah, I did take a trade today on NQ. Make sure you guys join the Discord, completely free. I do post my trades on there, so make sure to go check that out. But yeah, we have a great way to start off the month, which is 2-0 this week so far, which is really good. I won't be trading tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and I may or may not trade on Friday, which is going to be NFP. As you guys know, I never trade NFP just because of the markets are so volatile. But honestly, I have seen the markets recently during NFP day, and it looks pretty good. It looks normal to me, but it just depends if I'm gonna trade or not. All right. But yeah, let's go ahead and get straight to this trade recap. So I ended up taking a trade on NQ, as you guys can see here. I did not hit the 1-2. I did ended up taking my 1-to-1 RR or 1.2 RR, whatever you want to call it. I did ended up taking this trade right here. I did not hold for the 1-2, which I could have held. And if I would have left the runner, I would have probably caught a 1-to-3, right? But I only traded with one contract, so there's no possible way of me leaving a runner. Okay. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started on these trades. So first things first is on gold. I did not take a setup on gold. The only setup that I did see end up playing out was right here, which is going to be which one is it? This supply right here. Okay, this supply did ended up winning right here on gold. I did not take gold at all. This trade right here did end up hitting. As you guys can see, gold, we were bearish during the day. We did have a push to the upside during Asia. We were consolidating during London, and now we were bearish during New York. Okay, if we go to the higher time frames on gold, as you guys can see, gold looks pretty, it just looks like it's consolidating. It's not really going anywhere. We did break these highs right here, but we did reject back down during the 4 hours. So we didn't really close above these highs. So honestly, we're just consolidating at the moment. We are taking out lows, but then we create break of structure back up to the high. So now I guess we're bearish, but like I said, we're just basically consolidating. All right. So as you guys can see here, we are bearish during the day on New York session. Right here, we did create a 5-minute supply zone, right? Did tap into it right here, as you guys can see with this red candle. The 13 EMA was lined up as well. You could have taken this trade for a 1-to-2 RR. I did not take this trade just because, like I said, I have traded gold for quite a while now, and whenever gold is bearish, it starts to reverse, right? Whenever gold is bearish and it starts spiking back up or consolidating and then spike back up, gold will literally push to the upside and won't stop, right? So at the moment, I didn't know if we were going to continue to be bearish or if we were just going to flip to the upside, which, you know, did not end up happening. We continued to be bearish throughout the day, and as you guys can see, this little trade did ended up winning. It was a 5-point stop loss and a 10-point take profit, so you would have got a 1-to-2 RR, right? So right here, this was a good trade. A lot of people did take this another 5-minute supply zone that did create, which was right here, and a lot of people ended up losing. As you guys can see, it disrespected the zone. It did give out a breakout candle to the downside, but either way, this trade ended up losing either way. But yeah, it just consolidated throughout for like an hour or two, and then it started dumping right back again. So I dodged the bullet with gold. I did not take gold, so I was like, all right, it is what it is. And yeah, so let's go to SPY real quick. So SPY, I was going to take SPY buys. Reason I didn't take any SPY buys here was because I wanted a retracement. Okay, so as you guys can see here, we did have a 13 EMA breakout to the upside, which happened right here, right? As you guys can see, this is the 13 EMA breakout to the upside. I did not take this trade because I wanted a retracement, right? It did tap into the 50 and also respected the 13 and the 50. I wanted it to come down a little bit more to the 200 and then go back above, which did not end up happening. Which did the only thing it did do was only tap the 50 and the 13 and respected it and kept going back up, right? So I did miss out on this trade. I'm not gonna lie, ES was moving a lot better than NQ. ES was flying through the markets. NQ was moving super slow, right? As you guys can see here, it took out London's high. If you go to the 1 hour, it also took out this previous high right here, which is going to be all-time highs. It took out all-time highs high. Oh wait, no, it didn't. Sorry, barely missed it. It didn't take it out just yet, but it barely was about to, I guess. Yeah, I guess it didn't. But yeah, it was flying through. It did create this 5-minute zone right here, which never got tapped back into, which is, it is what it is, right? So I did not end up taking ES buys. And like I said, reason why we're going for buys, if we go to the higher time frames, we are on all-time highs. If we go to the 4 hour, we are bullish. 1 hour, we are bullish, right? As you guys can see here, we never closed below this low right here, so you wouldn't basically call it a low. Basically, we just took out liquidity, pushed back up, came back down. We didn't create any lower low. All we did was just create a higher low and now back to a higher high. Now we're waiting for that retracement back down, hopefully filling in this gap and then pushing back up above, right? So yeah, that's literally the reason why I went for, well, my bias was buys, obviously, because of what the higher time frames were telling me, and as well as because we had a 13 EMA breakout to the upside, right? On the 15-minute, same thing. 5-minute, same thing. All right, NQ, basically same bias. Like I said, if we go to the daily time frame, right, obviously we are bullish. 4 hour, we are bullish. 1 hour, we are bullish. Basically same thought process, basically from ES to NQ, right? As you guys can see though, NQ did not take out liquidity. It just created that. I created that high, higher low, right? And then back to a high, higher low, and then back to a higher high, right? So that is basically what it is. If we go to the 30-minute, same thing. 15-minute, right? Whatever, same thing. Okay. Now we go to the 5-minute, right? Basically, so what ES is the same bias as NQ, right? Is basically that's it, right? On NQ, I was waiting for this 5-minute demand zone to get tapped into, which did not end up hitting. I was going to take this 13 EMA breakout right here, but I had a feeling that we were gonna come back into the zone and tap it at least, which I did not enter. So I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. What I'm gonna do is wait for a retracement back to the upside, basically off of this entry right here. So I did not enter on this wick. This wick was crazy. If you guys were trading today, this wick was fucking crazy. That shit just flipped like bearish in like 2 seconds and back to bullish. I think it was low impact news or medium impact news. It was the orange folder, but that shit caused this big ass wick, right? So now what I did wait for was this white candle, right? The sell candle. It came back down, tapping into the 50, and then basically as well as breaking the candle, the previous candle, which is the white one. This red candle broke it, so I entered off of there. Once it broke that white candle, I ended up entering the trade, basically leaving my stop loss right here, and my take profit was gonna be, it wanted to, but I decided to just go for the 101 or take out that recent high. Reason why I didn't go for the 102 was just because market was moving super slow. Like, guys, like, you should have seen the market. It was moving really slow. Like, if we go to the 1 minute, if we really go to the 1 minute right now, Look at that. We were just consolidating back up, 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 little by little. So I just decided to take my one-on-one and call it a day. Yesterday I also took out a one-on-one. Reason being why, because of the it was a red folder impact news. So I decided not to risk it, so I got out 3 minutes before the high impact news. But bro, the medium impact news did more fucking damage than the fucking high impact news, which was yesterday, which I'm really mad about because I ended up getting out the trade because I was 3 minutes. Well, there was 3 minutes left until the high impact news, and it ended up hitting a 1 or 2 RR, bro. You know what? It is what it is. Either way, we both caught dubs. But yeah, right here. Let me see on New York, same thing, right? So now let's just skip back into daily, and then did it take out that high? No, it didn't. It didn't take out that high. Nope, it barely missed it. But yeah, either way, those were basically my trades today. Well, not my trades, but the trades that I was looking at during the market, live market. But yeah, boys, that's gonna be it. I did ended up winning on NQ. I ended up making. Let me see. I ended up making $111 with 18 cents. I do trade on a live account, so if you boys are wondering, oh, that ain't shit, bro. Whatever, bro. I trade on a live account. To me, it's progress. 1% always better. But yeah, boys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, on TikTok. Everything's going to be linked down below. And as well as make sure you join the Discord completely free. And I'll see you boys on the next one. Peace.